music over the years. If something's going to happen, it happens quite naturally without too much sort of, skullduggery or scheming and dreaming. Things, do happen, I hate to say it, organically.
So, I wanted to ask you about the idea that group gets called a supergroup. Because as you just pointed out, everybody in there had been playing in a prog rock band before that. How did you guys feel about that idea of a supergroup? Or was it something you tried to put aside and just...
We never ever thought of Asia as a supergroup because we all came from these well-known bands that had established so much prior. I suppose it was unusual to have a group full of people working for the same cause again and being successful. David Geffen, who DreamWorks is what he's got now, came along and said he wanted this type of band and would we be interested? And we said yes, and we were already there together. And David said, look, it's a new turning in the music industry. It's starting now with MTV. You can be part of this new revolution, which it was at the time. And we said, okay, and we started rehearsing, recording. John had written some good songs, he's a great tunesmith, John. And we said, okay, we started. Before you know it, we were in heavy rotation on MTV, and the first album, I think, has sold like 5 million copies now, something like that.
Great record.
So that's what happened there. Yeah. We didn't stay together for very long, for some internal problems. One of the chaps, John, wasn't very well, and that didn't really work out. So we had a good 3.5, 4 years, and that was it, really, as the original Asia.
I wanted to ask you about, we actually heard it in the clip reel you showed, with Heat of the Moment.
Yes.
Great thing about that, of course, is we've been talking about your kind of classical background and jazz and big band and all these things, but the drum beat in that at the beginning is Hal Blaine right out of My Baby, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very basic and stuff. And when John played the piece of music, he was very clever to have done it this way, by the way. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. We'd been there all day. He said, I've got an idea. Just got this one thing. Let's just try it. So we said, yeah, okay. He said, could you try this for me? Boom, boom, boom. I said, yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning, you want to get home, so you agree, don't you? Yeah, of course. I'll have to give it a go. I've always respected him anyway. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I respect him a lot more. So I was going to make a B for the door. Anyway, I said, yeah, so we kind of ran it down. And it started off as a country and western song in 3/4. So it was already sounding better by me going boom, 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 cracks. I thought, well, at least we're moving in the right way.
Right.
Because the country and western version wasn't going to do very well. So that was it, really. And